What makes one person willing to sacrifice everything they've built for a quieter, simpler life? For most doctors, life is about working quietly behind the scenes, helping patients from the comfort of their clinics. But for Dr. Jan Harmpal, his journey has taken an unexpected turn that has left many speechless. Why did this renowned veterinarian choose a modest lifestyle after building a $1.5 million empire? Was it the loss of his grandson that triggered such a radical shift in his life? And what made him walk away from the hit TV show that millions loved to instead embrace a life on a 350-acre farm? Join us as we explore the reasons behind Dr. Paul's unexpected transformation and the path he's chosen. From stethoscope to farmer's hat on a crisp Michigan morning, the air filling his lungs, Dr. Jan Harmpal, now 82, surveys the sprawling 350-acre farm before him, the sounds of barking dogs and meowing cats, once a constant presence in his busy clinic, are now replaced by the gentle rustling of corn stalks and the distant mooing of cattle. This peaceful, rural life marks the beginning of an entirely new chapter for the beloved veterinarian. After 24 remarkable seasons of The Incredible Dr. Paul, a show where millions watched him perform life-saving acts on animals with his no-nonsense approach, Dr. Paul made a stunning announcement. In 2024, he revealed that the show would come to an end. But while most might retire to relax, Dr. Paul wasn't ready to hang up his boots. He's returned to his roots, but this time with a twist. Some people retire to play golf. Dr. Paul laughs warmly, his thick Dutch accent still strong after 5 decades in America. I'm returning to where it all began, the farm. He's not alone in this new venture. His son, Charles Paul, who helped create the original show that earned them up to $40,000 per episode, is leading this ambitious new project. This farm, nestled in the heart of Michigan, is more than just a piece of land for Dr. Paul. For him, it's a return to simplicity, to the life that shaped his early years. For Charles, it's an opportunity to build on his father's legacy while exploring new creative possibilities. Charles has always been full of ideas, Dr. Paul chuckles. He saw the potential in our everyday work and turned it into something millions could watch and enjoy. Now, he's bringing that same creativity to the farm. Charles explains that the goal is to give people a deeper, hands-on experience of farm life. It's not just about looking at animals. It's about understanding them, learning how to care for them, and seeing where our food and resources come from. He says, this new venture isn't just another reality show. It's a living, breathing project where Dr. Paul and his son combine modern farming techniques with the time-tested methods that Dr. Paul grew up with. Slowly, the land, once untouched, is transforming. Fields of corn stretch toward the horizon. Barns house growing livestock, and new, innovative farming equipment is introduced alongside traditional methods. Charles, having learned the entertainment business in Hollywood, brings fresh energy to the project, while Dr. Paul's wisdom guides their approach. The new show, The Incredible Paul Farm, reveals more than just farming techniques. It showcases tender moments between 3 generations of the Paul family working the land together. Dr. Paul's grandchildren are learning the same skills he did as a young boy, from driving tractors to caring for animals. Even as the cameras roll, the authenticity is palpable, capturing the genuine spirit that made The Incredible Dr. Paul such a hit. From Dutch farm boy to American dream to understand the man behind this transformation, we must first look at his beginnings. Dr. Jan Harmpal was born in 1942 in the quiet village of Wateren in the Netherlands, a place where windmills dotted the landscape and the click-clack of wooden clogs echoed through cobblestone streets. His family owned a small farm where hard work and compassion were a daily part of life. Growing up, Jan's day started before sunrise, helping his parents with everything from milking cows to tending to the vegetable garden. The Pauls believed in self-sufficiency and resilience, values that Jan would carry with him for the rest of his life. Even as a young boy, he felt a deep connection to the animals on the farm. He would often be found sitting by the barn, watching cows graze or chickens pecking at the ground. His bond with the animals grew stronger as he helped with more delicate tasks, such as feeding newborn calves or giving fresh water to the chickens. Jan's mother was known for her kindness, often taking in stray animals and nursing them back to health. Their home was filled with the sounds of mewing kittens and chirping birds, symbols of the family's compassion. Jan's responsibilities on the farm grew as he got older. He learned how to mend fences, plow fields, and assist with the birth of new animals. These tasks not only deepened his connection to the animals, but also taught him patience, empathy, and the natural cycles of life. But it wasn't until a chilly autumn morning in 1954 that Jan realized his calling. At just 12 years old, he helped deliver a litter of piglets. As each squealing piglet was born, Jan's heart raced with excitement. Covered in hay and birth fluids, he realized this was the moment he knew what he wanted to do with his life. A journey to America in 1961. Jan's world expanded beyond the confines of his Dutch countryside when he joined a foreign exchange program. He arrived in Mayville, Michigan, where the culture was as different from his homeland as wooden clogs were from cowboy boots. Yet it was here that he met Diane Dalrymple, a kind-hearted American girl who shared his love for animals. This meeting would change the course of his life forever. Back in the Netherlands, Jan threw himself into his veterinary studies at Utrecht University. Every letter from Diane fueled his determination to excel. His professors quickly noticed his unique blend of academic knowledge and practical farm experience. These skills would later define his approach to veterinary medicine. In 1970, after completing his studies, Jan faced a life-altering decision: would he stay in the Netherlands or follow his dreams to America? In 1971, with his veterinary degree in hand, Jan bid farewell to the windmills and canals of his homeland and boarded a plane to America, bringing nothing but his diploma, a suitcase full of hopes, and the steady hands that would heal countless animals in the years to come. Building an empire from a garage in 1981, Jan arrived in Weidman, Michigan, with nothing but his veterinary bag and an unshakable determination. The garage of his modest home became the birthplace of something truly remarkable. Diane, by his side, manned the phones and kept records, while Jan transformed the oil-stained concrete floor into a makeshift clinic. Dr. Paul wasn't like other veterinarians. He didn't hide away in a sterile office. He braved snowstorms, waded through thick mud, and crawled under barns to treat sick animals. His dedication quickly earned him a reputation. Stories of his commitment spread throughout the community, with locals sharing tales of how Dr. Paul had saved their animals in the most desperate of circumstances. As the years went by, his reputation grew, and so did his practice. What started as a handful of clients blossomed into a thriving business that served thousands. His clinic became a cornerstone of the community, where his work healed not just animals, but also the bonds between people and their pets. Success, however, brought its own set of challenges. In 2014, Michigan's veterinary board fined Dr. Paul for not wearing proper surgical attire during a procedure. Dr. Paul stood firm in his belief that saving a life should come before protocol. The court ultimately sided with him, overturning the fine and validating his practical approach. By 2013, Dr. Paul's groundbreaking work had earned him an honorary doctorate from Central Michigan University. From his humble garage clinic, he had built a practice that served over 25,000 clients, and his name became synonymous with dedication, compassion, and a no-nonsense approach to veterinary care. In the end, Dr. Paul's story is one of hard work, love for animals, and an unwavering commitment to his community. His journey, from a small Dutch farm to a Michigan veterinary empire, shows that sometimes success comes not from wealth, but from the depth of one's heart and the desire to make a difference.